Welcome to another video. My name is Tanner Planis, and in 2020, I shut down all of my dropshipping stores that were selling physical products from overseas. And now what I'm doing is dropshipping digital products instead, because I don't have to pay a recurring product cost and it has no shipping times. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to actually set up and build your one product digital dropshipping store on Shopify. So let's go ahead into the nitty gritty and get started. The first step here is the easiest part. And what that is just opening up your store. So all you're going to do is go to the link in my description. You'll see there's a Shopify sign up link. It's an affiliate link that you can use to open up a new account, $1 a month for 3 months. It'll look just like this when you go to the page. So whenever you get to this page, just submit your email. And odds are there's a good amount of you watching this right now that already knows how this works. But for those that don't know how it works, I'm showing it here for you. So whenever you open up your account and you submit your email there and you click the button, Shopify is going to ask you some beginner survey questions like if you're new, if you already have a business, if you have employees, and they do this for everyone. So don't worry. Just during this process, answer as best as you can and skip through the things that you're able to. And all I want you to do at this step is to just get to the home page right here. It'll look something like this once you sign up. And then we can continue on into the next part that's going to move us forward. Step number 2 is choosing your theme. Now, most beginners will complicate the process of choosing a theme, but at the end of the day, it's a shuffle action. The most important things for you to focus on as a beginner, if you want to make sales quickly, is your product and your marketing. If you're just worrying about your theme and which one to choose, all you're doing is moving from side to side. You're shuffling. Getting people to your website is something moving you forward towards sales. So we want to focus on things that are moving us forward, not from side to side. What I want you to do is just open up the themes.shopify.com link now that you have your Shopify account open, and you're going to see all these different things, but I just want you to click free over here. And when you think of a theme for your store, just think about it like a model of car, like Lamborghini. They make all types of different models, but they're still all Lamborghinis. And the same thing with your store here. They're all different themes, but it's still a Shopify store. And once you're here on free themes, I want you to just scroll down here to Dawn, click on that, and then click try theme. And what this is going to do is add the theme to your store. And once you do that, you're going to see something that looks just like this. It'll say you successfully added Dawn. And that means you've added the theme. So by now, you've already opened your new account, your new Shopify store, and you've added the free theme Dawn, which is great. These things take literally a couple minutes, but it's big steps moving us forward towards making sales. And the psychology behind even just these simple steps is that you're already further than most people that dream of building an online business that makes sales because they never even take these actions. Even though they're super small, you can do these right now, and now you're much closer to making sales than everybody else is that just talks about it. And now let's get into step number 3. We need to set up the back end for digital products. So this is a little bit different than your normal Shopify dropshipping store. So make sure to pay attention here. And the first thing we're going to do is create a new product listing on Shopify. So what I want you to do is go over here to products. And then when you click on products, you're going to go over here into the top right and click add product. And here's where we're going to put the name. Now, I'm assuming and hoping that you've already gone ahead and followed the steps from my previous video since this is a part 2 and you already have your product. So let's say I'm creating a new product and we'll just call it new product, whatever it is. And then we're going to scroll down and I'm going to uncheck track quantity. And I'm also going to uncheck this is a physical product, because if you have this box checked right here, Shopify is going to make the checkout a little bit longer. They're going to have to add shipping details. But if you uncheck this, now your customers won't have to go through that page, which means that there is less friction for you to actually make a sale, which is a good thing. And once you've unchecked these things and you've put the price and the name of your product, let's say this is going to be $20, and then I save it, I now have created this product listing, and that's all we're doing. Super simple, just creating a new product listing. Now, the next thing we need to do is automate our product delivery. So since we're selling a digital product and there's no shipping, we have to get it to the customer somehow. And the way we're going to do that is through a free Shopify app called Easy Digital Products. So if you look here, for example, what's going to happen is whenever you use this app, a customer will be able to download the product immediately at the checkout after they purchase, and it will also email the product to them. So you're going to go to the Shopify App Store and you're going to install this app and add it to your store, and then I want you to open the app. So going here from my product listing, I'm just going to go over to apps, I'm going to open up the Easy Digital Products app, and now I'm going to be here on the home page. And what I want to do at this point is click this red button right here that says Create Digital Product/variant. And when I click this, now what I can do is search whatever the new product listing is that I just made. So in this case, it's going to be new product. So now I click this red button, pick product, and now what I'm going to do here is click this button, and I'm going to add my digital product file. So for this case scenario, let's imagine it's a PDF. I will just upload this file right here and then click upload and save. Now you've automated your product delivery for your digital product. Now, depending on the digital product you're selling, you may need to use a different fulfillment solution, but for most cases, 90%, you can use the Easy Digital Products app. But let's say you watched my previous video where I was selling a digital planner and it has different options. Since you can't include all of them on one single PDF, what I did instead was created a single PDF on Canva and created buttons that then linked to different Google Drive folders depending on which color or which style of the digital planner they wanted to download. Now, the next part is automating the actual Shopify fulfillment side. So if we go back here to my example store, you'll see that there's 75 orders outstanding. And that's because those are shirts that I ship to my students. So they have to get shipped. And once they're shipped, have tracking numbers, this number will go down. But with digital products, we don't have tracking numbers, so we want to automate that process and not have all of these orders outstanding. And the way we do that is we go here to our homepage on Shopify, go to settings in the bottom left, and then we're going to go here to checkout. And once we get to checkout, we're going to scroll all the way down here to order processing. And by default, it'll say don't fulfill any of the order's line items automatically. But what we're going to do is click the top one right here and then save it. So now what's going to happen is anytime we make an order, it'll automatically be marked as fulfilled. So that way I don't have to worry about seeing all those outstanding orders. It's more something that can just get annoying over time. You don't want to see all of your orders unfulfilled. You want to see them fulfilled. Now, the next step of your backend is going to be automating your currency conversion. And this is something that a lot of people don't really know about, but if you use this properly, it can increase your conversion rate by a lot. So what I want you to do is add this free Shopify app to your store. It's called Geolocation, and it's made by Shopify. And once you add this and open the app, it's going to do something like this. It's going to open up here what your store looks like at the moment, which there's going to be nothing there. And you're going to see this pop up that says, your location is set to United States. Shop in USD. Get shipping options for United States, or wherever your location is. But since we're selling digital products, I don't want this banner to say get shipping options. So what I'm going to do is just automatically uncheck this right here and then save it in the top right. And that's exactly what I want you to do. So now you're probably wondering, so what does this mean? If they can't see what option to choose, like, what's the point? And now it's going to all make sense, because what we're going to do now that we have this app added is go back to our settings, and then we're going to go over here to markets. Now, Shopify Markets is pretty much something that you can use to increase your conversion rate, where Shopify will automatically convert your local currency into the visitor's currency. So for example, if my store is set in USD right now and you're from Australia and you go to my store and I don't have this set up, it'll show the product listed in USD. But I want the customer to be able to see it in their own location currency and be able to check out in that currency. So with Shopify Markets, if you're using Shopify Payments, you can do this, where then once it's set up, you can go onto my store from, let's say, Australia, and the product price will show in Australian dollar, and you can check out in that currency. And the reason why this works so well to increase conversions is that people don't have to worry or think about converting the currency, or if it's the price they think it is. They'll know immediately. So what you're going to do here is go to markets, and what I want you to do is go here and add markets for the top 5 countries. So United States was already added because that's what I'm local to, and then I went and added Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom. But another one I haven't added here would be New Zealand. So what I can do is click add market, and I'm going to put here New Zealand, and I'm going to search New Zealand here. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click add market, and now I have added New Zealand as a market for my Shopify store. So now what's going to happen is when someone sees my product from New Zealand, they're on my store, it's now going to round it up into New Zealand dollars. So now you've opened up your new Shopify account, you've chosen a free theme and added it to your store and set up all of the back-end things that are necessary for selling digital products on Shopify. The next thing we need to do now is create the one product landing page design. And then you'll be ready to start marketing to make sales, which is what we heavily focus on inside of DDM, which is a community I created in 2022 with over 20,000 free members inside of the Discord right now and over 1,000 paid members who are generating some pretty epic results. And I'm doing a new challenge for 2024 right now, and I would love to give a special offer to a few of you guys here watching this YouTube video. So just head over to my Instagram, message me the word YouTube, and I can send you all the details about this challenge to see if it's something you want to be a part of. Now you're probably wondering at this point, if you haven't already explored it yet, where's my website? What does it look like? And how do I change that? And that's where we're at now. So if you want to see what your website looks like right now, go here to your homepage. Looks like this. Go to Online Store, and then you click the Customize button. So if I go over here to Online Store, and I go over to here, I'll see the Customize button. And now I can see my store. Now, yours will look like a whole lot of nothing because there's nothing there. And it's supposed to be like that because we haven't added anything yet. So now it's time to change that and do it the right way. So now we're going to create the landing page foundation and then create the structure. So what I want you to do now is install the free Shopify app called GemPages Landing Page Builder. It looks just like this right here, and they have a free version you can use starting out to create this page with me here today. So add this to your store, and once you do that, I want you to then open the app, which I'll do right here with you. Then once you're here, I want you to click Create New Page and then click Start from Scratch. Now, once you're at this spot, you are now at the discretion of building literally anything you want. But that could be complicated, especially for a beginner. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You can see here on the left side, there's all these different elements that we can drag over onto this page to build whatever we want on our Shopify store. And the reason I do it this way is to break the constraints that Shopify's native theme editor has. And there's a very simple yet effective structure that I want you to replicate for your very own product. And I'm going to break down each of these different elements with an example to show you what I mean so you can have a visual to go with it. And the very first element here says a custom banner to state the ideal outcome customers will receive. So in this case scenario, this product I created shows how to use ChatGPT to create and sell digital products, more specifically ebooks. It includes all the prompts, examples, and takes you through that. So what is the ideal outcome, the end outcome for someone using this product? And that could be build profitable ebooks in minutes using artificial intelligence. And that's where I created this banner right here. And the reason I do this is because as soon as traffic goes to a store for a digital product, you want to show what is the end result. The people are not buying the technical aspects. They aren't buying the ebook or the course or the digital planner. They're buying the transformation, what that product can do for them. So right here, I'm explaining what that ideal outcome is right from the bat. You'll notice that most of these elements, it's more so about the psychology of selling versus just the actual elements themselves. Element number 2 is a product page with bullet benefits and a call to action button that goes directly to checkout. So on Shopify, you can't really customize like this, but what I've done here is created a 2-row section where I added an image of the product, in this case a mock-up, and on the right, the product details. So more specifically, what I like to do is instead of having just one long product description like most Shopify stores would do, I instead like to focus on bullet benefits at the top and then start to expand on the page what more could be in a description, touching on the pain points, the transformation, and how that's accomplished. Because I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm going onto a product page to buy something online, I'm not reading long-ass descriptions. I'm just reading the bullets and seeing what are the main highlights. So that's the purpose of this section right here, is to make a product page, but have it very simple, just focusing on bullet benefits. So what do people need to know? One, they need to know the technical aspects. People are going to wonder, is this a one-time payment? Is it a physical book? What is it? So I explain that right off the bat. And then I made a couple examples here, like create high-quality ebooks at lightning speed using ChatGPT, and 2 more. So 4 with this type of spacing usually looks the best, and then you can add your cart button and change the text to whatever you like. In this case, I put buy it now, and then I turned on Ajax cart here, clicked more settings, and changed it to checkout. So now when a customer actually clicks on this, it's not going to go just to the cart. It's going to go directly to the checkout because I'm just selling one product here right now, which is what I would recommend you do if you're just starting out with selling a digital product online. The third element is a 2-section row touching on the pain points of your ideal customers and then relating to those problems. So what I did was created this section here, and I chose a headline like this. Feels like you're missing out on the AI revolution? That's just me touching on the pain point of people that are struggling with what this problem could solve. So what I would be doing in this section is writing text that touches on the pain points and relates to that. Statistics show that only 10% of the population have actually used an artificial intelligence tool so far, which means that even if you feel you're left out, you're still early. And fortunately for you, we've tested and proven these things over and over and created a process to create profitable ebooks using artificial intelligence. Section number 4 is where then I like to give kind of a sneak peek into the product, create some perceived value, because unlike a physical product like a watch, we can look at this, know exactly what it does just by looking at it. A digital product, you have to create the perceived value. So for an ebook, you can do something like this with a little flipper. There's this website called FlipSnack where you can upload your ebook if it's PDF and it'll make it into a flip book like this. And what I did was I uploaded it there. I didn't want to pay for the thing, so I just screen recorded it flipping through a couple pages and then turn that into a GIF online. Just do MP4 to GIF or .movie to GIF. And then I uploaded this here as an image, and it's just showing perceived value. Again, this is a quick example just to show, because we want to show people what's actually inside of the product. Like, what does it look like? That's what people are going to want to know the most. And then we call to action to the product, unleash the power of AI today. You explain what the product is and how it creates this transformation that you just promised above. And again, another call to action button directly to checkout. The fifth element is to do a technical breakdown into the actual product itself. So just think of the section we just covered, but just expand it a little bit more. People are going to want to know what's actually inside of this product. Like, what are they going to learn as far as a process? So you could have a list of things, but more so what people value is steps. If you have steps to accomplish end goal, people are going to be much more intrigued and willing to follow those steps versus here's a list of 10 options, 10 things you could do to achieve this result. You want to show steps for your digital product. So in this case scenario, I would break this down into each of the steps that this book contains. So this is a very generalized version, but I would say here, break down the steps, each of those steps, how it works. And then at the end, after you follow all these steps, you should expect to have a finalized ebook ready to go. That would explain how the product works. Like, these are the mechanisms, and you can add different names to this. Like, a lot of people do in the digital product spaces, they create buzzwords for the different mechanisms. Like, if I created an ad strategy and I called it the Zebra Moon strategy because it takes you to the moon with your results, like, people would be interested by that. Maybe even you watching this right now. You might not think so now, me saying it, but if I just marketed it that way, it would be interesting. So you could do that. You can create mechanisms for each of your steps and break it down that way. And you're probably seeing a trend right now. You see image on the left, image on the right, it's coming along. And, what I recommend is keep it simple. Many people try to get complicated and make their store background black or dark purple. Nah, white background, black text, and the colors you should change are going to be things like your buttons and your bold things like your price, and when you do sections when building your one product landing page here. And the next element here on number 6, I want you to just duplicate your product page section again, okay? So you're gonna duplicate your product page section again, just have another one here, just to kind of remind the person of where they're at, because it's very easy to get distracted. But the purpose of a one product landing page is just to keep people pointed to this one page and one page only. And this will all tie together here very soon. So just kind of hang tight. In the next section, you want to ask yourself, what would your customers need to know to move forward? Like, what are they expecting next? So in this case, if I say this is an ebook that tells you how to use ChatGPT to create ebooks, what are you going to need for that? So I could break down here in a nice looking format. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need, one, a device connected to Wi-Fi, ChatGPT, the free version works, and then the ChatGPT product factory, the actual product itself. We're just breaking down what that is, because a lot of people will go into a digital product, let's say like a digital planner, where, to use a digital planner, you have to use some type of third-party app to actually use all of its functions. So instead of just making a customer figure that out later on after they buy and being kind of annoyed and upset, or maybe they can't figure it out, it's better to say, okay, here's what you'll need. And then I could list, okay, this digital planner app right here, which is free. And once you buy it, we're going to give you the exact instruction guide we created, the manual to show you how to use this exactly. And you're just building rapport at that point. It's just building transparency. People don't feel like you're hiding something from them. And this is just leading more to conversions. More conversions, more sales, more profit, more people getting value from your digital products. Everybody wins. And then the last element here would be to add frequently asked questions. So you can add drop downs here inside of gem pages and begin to break down what are frequently asked questions. Now, with digital products, there's a few common ones, like what happens after I purchase? Will I need to spend more money to do this? What if I have questions? Is there a refund policy? These are things that people will have questions about, and you try to clarify as much as you can through the things you'll need and the way it's going to work when someone buys in this section. But frequently asked questions are just kind of helpful to have over time. And then as you start to make sales, you want to have the Judge.me review app, because it can automatically request reviews from your customers after they purchase. And then you can add those inside of here, and just over time, those stack up. You don't need reviews to make sales off the start, but as people start to purchase, you don't want to not request reviews, because then you're just missing out. So make sure you have that as well. One thing you also need to keep in mind is when you're creating this page, it's going to look different on desktop versus mobile. So once you create your desktop version, you then want to go here to mobile and modify it. So as you can see, what I changed here on the mobile side is instead of having everything on the text side move to the left, on mobile, I centered it. So that way it just looks cleaner. For someone who's gonna be scrolling on this product page, I want it to be as easy to read as possible. And now we need to do the finalization steps to make sure that everything is ready. So let's run through those right now. The first thing you're gonna do is go here to Gem Pages. Once your page is ready, you make your first draft and you're ready to publish that. What you're gonna wanna do is go over here to Home, and you should see your page. But if you don't see your page right here, you'll have to convert it, which means that if this is right here and I want to convert it to a home page, I can just click change page type and change it to home and then confirm. And once your page is here, if it's not already, what you're gonna wanna do is click here, make default. So now what's gonna happen is that this landing page you just created will be the home page for your digital products store. So now here on my home page, it's all pointed to this one product thing. I don't need a section with the banner and about us and all this stuff. No, I just want this one product page being shown to convert customers, because that's all I'm focusing on. As a beginner, I want to get results. What you should be doing is focusing on your product page here, your product, and then your marketing. If people don't see this page, how are they going to be able to buy? And the next thing you're going to do is create a contact page using a template. There's really two navigations we're going to be creating here together. So go to Online Store, then go to Pages, and then what you're going to do is click here in the right, Add Page, call it Contact, and then here in Theme Template, change it to Contact, save, and then the next step, we're going to create a navigation. So we'll go back here, click one under to navigation, click main menu, click add menu item, and here we're going to call our product, let's say it's the Chat GPT Product Factory. And since we just set the landing page as the home page, we'll click home page, click add, we'll add another menu item, call this contact, search, pages, contact, add, save. Now when I go back to my store, I can see that everything points here to this one product page, and we also have a contact page using the template, so whenever someone has a question or something, they can submit it right here. Now, beware, when you use this default contact page, there's bots out there right now that sell different services for like store building, etc., and most of them are not great at all, but they have this kind of bot they use to mass email Shopify store owners using this form. So if you get a request in your email, it's probably not personal and it's probably not something you want. Just be on the lookout for questions from potential customers and existing customers. And after you've done that, the next thing would be to tidy up things like your logo and your domain. So the way you would add your logo, and I recommend you create something super simple, go to Canva, create a black logo. That's it. Just using text, nothing crazy. You don't need any gradients or this or that. Just create the logo, go back here to Online Store, go to Customize, go to Settings, Logo, and then upload your logo right here, just like I have. And the next step here would be to add your domain. So the way you're going to do that is go to settings, go to domains, and then you're going to click buy a new domain and follow the instructions there. So at this point, you should have your complete one product digital dropshipping store ready to start marketing and making sales. So if this video gets 500 likes, I will make the next video showing you how to then market your product without running any paid ads. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a ton of value from it. And if you did, make sure to leave a big like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.